on to the final drawing, the final thing that Karina did.
Karina's pop-off.
Do you want to give us a little, you have an image, right?
I do have an image because I also did a very specific costume and it's not a classic and it's not stupid. It's very cute.
Oh!
It is the official Sonny Angel mouse costume. And part of what inspired me to do this was greed.
Okay.
Because I've always wanted to buy this stupid mouse costume, but never had a reason to do it. So I used this Redraw as an excuse to buy this costume for myself because I like it.
Oh my God. So you have it?
I have it. It's in the other room. But I was like, okay, now I have it. What do I do? What if instead of like a cute girl like me wearing it, I make a Sonny Angel to wear it? Because some people don't like Sonny Angels because they're just completely naked little baby creature angels.
They are that, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, well, let's make one. And so I don't have to sculpt an entire face. I just bought a paper mache mask at the art supply store and I modified it using clay.
Yeah.
Which actually is not brilliant because air dry clay has shrinkage when it dries. So I had to contend with that later. But for now, I was just using it.
Right.
So since Sonny Angels have these big, vacuous black eyes, I wanted them to reflect a little bit of light. So I included the holes so that I could glue them to the mirrors. So that depending what angle you look at from, you'll see movement or light at the back of the eye.
That's such a good idea.
This whole process is spooky looking.
So I paper mached over the clay to just kind of lock it in. The eyes are a little too big for the holes I cut in the mask, but whatever.
Karina, we literally just did a mixed media speed draw.
Like,
time to do it again.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to feel something. Have very cute cheeks. I had to
vacuuming.
I had to fucking clean my living room in between every step of this process.
I was wondering what the tape on your carpet was about.
So now I start making the body.
Wearing the costume while you do it.
It's made out of trash because I didn't want to spend a lot of money on constructive materials. So I found a branch on the sidewalk. So that's the spine. The rest of the process is a lot of wrapping things with other things.
Yeah.
Totally.
For the next several days.
I mean this affectionately. I'm so fucking scared knowing that this thing is somewhere in this apartment and I haven't seen it.
Yeah, that is scary.
Seeing this thing come to life and I'm like, oh my God, that thing is here somewhere.
Yeah, you'll never guess where it's been this whole time.
Inside Karina.
Don't look
Karina
around here. Yeah, I take off my mask. So here's me shoving a brick into it so that it has a weighted bottom. I was having trouble getting it to sit. This was a lot of me just being like, what have I done? I need to layer so much shit. Some of my tape isn't working. I'm going to run out of tape so fast. The duct tape was the most effective, but I had the least of it, so I was getting really frustrated. Also, the lighting here gets all wibbly for some reason. Sorry about that.
Oh, some clouds.
That's a curse.
No, don't.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine.
This doll is cursing you.
I'm sure it's fine. Don't worry about it. Also there.
Oh my
Jesus Christ.
God. No!
Sending a few texts.
Oh yeah. I I kind of just stopped editing out the parts where I start fucking around on my phone and regretting my life.
Oh no. Don't look at me like that.
Yeah. You're gonna have to get used to that face. I did.
Yeah.
Overnight I painted it off camera and I realized I could contour the face like one would with makeup to make up for the lopsided jowls. So that's why it has a blue hood now, and it was going to be wearing a hat anyway. So this is me kind of muting all of the colors with a makeup sponge.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
you're doing like
mirrors.
such a good, like the fact that it's so scary means
Yeah.
it's so effective.
Yeah.
Just keep looking at this cat in the background.
For peace.
Yeah. Some respite. I can't look at the face.
This is me just continuing to wrap more things to see what kind of worked the best. And to just build up a shape, build up a body-like shape.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's doing it.
It's a body-like shape for sure.
Yeah.
Her photo's like, I want out.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, fuck, I shouldn't have come here.
This is one of those Halloween decorations that you see in front of a house and you're just like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for
I
the
don't know
candy.
about this one, gang.
We're just gonna skip this one.
Yeah, so this is a first head test.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
Yep. Really good.
This is like an indie horror game. This thing comes at you.
Second head test with the hat this time.
Oh.
And this is when it starts to come together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is where I accidentally knocked it off.
Oh no, you decapitated your child.
And then I just said, nah, fuck it. I should say that by the time this video is out, barring any catastrophe, I won't even be here. I'll be in Japan. I just made this and then I'm fucking off to another country.
And you're leaving this in your apartment.
Yeah, I was thinking I was going to put it facing the front door, so in case anyone tries to break in, they'll see him first.
They will not. They will
You should
change
put this
their
outside
mind.
in a corner.
About that. Anyway, oh yeah, I accidentally broke my scissors.
The curse.
The curse continues. No!
Fine.
Hi.
Face.
So
When you throw this out, if you ever throw this out, I just want you to put it out like on the street.
yeah, I was telling Spencer that I did plan on destroying it eventually because I want the brick back.
Fair.
It's
my favorite brick.
I did like that brick a lot.
Stop looking at his face.
No,
God, this is really coming together.
he's fine. He's normal.
This is so impressive.
It's so scary.
Anytime you see me on my phone smiling, it's because I had sent pictures of it to my friend and they were giving me feedback.
Like, this is for my job.
Yeah.
No, this is for content. So yeah, this is just you just gotta paint my guy. Just me painting my guy.
Just me and my guy.
just me and Guy. Me and Sunny.
Yeah, did you wind up naming this creature?
I'd have just been calling him Sunny. He also is sometimes called Mother Sunny because of reasons you'll see in the final. So I was like, well, since he's an angel, maybe I can cover some of the skin blemishes with feathers.
Oh, okay.
So that was the idea. And I decided since I used the blue to contour the face to look better and more even, I would just work that into the design so it kind of fades. And then I painted all the feathers like off camera, so I'm just placing a bunch of them to kind of make up for the weird skin texture and ripped spots on the skin. One, I add shading to kind of, again, do some contouring effect. And two, I made it look bruised. I wanted him to look like a sick bird. It's like when a pigeon gets sick and its feathers start to fall out.
Mm-hmm.
So I added in some bruising, and then I added one last layer of varnish.
God, the dark eyes are so scary.
To let it to make sure all the stuff is kind of locked in, so that when I moved it around later, it wouldn't be all nasty. So.
I like that.
No.
Oh, the fade out.
Oh God.
I see.
Lord.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, it's so scary.
I love how you filmed this.
Oh.
So then that night I crawled around like a worm on my floor and took pictures.
Oh, this is so good.
God. Yes. That is so freaking good. The Polaroids. Oh my God.
Those are amazing.
But yeah, and this was the cover photo for the concept photo.
This is my album art.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
with all
Wow.
of his little babies. that
Yeah.
he came
Good
to gather.
Lord.
This turned out incredible.
Yeah, this is the most anyone's popped off on a Drawfee
And now I get to keep the mouse hat with no shame.
Yeah.
The fact that you did so much work to justify buying a mouse hat that you could have
And
just
wings.
bought.
And wings.
Also, Karina, you were one of the first people who was like, I know what I'm doing for the speed draw, which means like Jacob was like, hey, here's the speed draw idea. And your brain just like shot through galaxies and was like,
Well, because I was like, what's a costume that's not scary? Oh! Mouse hat!
Mouse hat.
The mouse hat I've longed for. This is my chance.
Oh my God.
But yeah, this is Sunny, the mother of all Sunny angels.
Sure is. Good Lord.
He
came to
makes
Earth.
me want to vomit.
I do feel
way.
haunted. Like I feel like I feel like this is an alternate like The Ring.
Yeah.
I think you did make an actual cursed object.
For sure.
Yeah.
You did. This has sentience.
I think there's a dark energy that you've invited into your home by making this.
Well-
And I'm happy for you.
I
Happy
was
Halloween.
I was telling my friend that since I made this on my living room floor, there is a 90% chance that my hair is in one of these layers, so that might be a demon. But
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's
as long as it listens to me, I don't care. Go, my shithound. Hunt my adversaries.
it's not
Don't mess with me. This is who you're messing with when you're mean to me.
it's not 100% that there's a demon in there, but if there were a demon looking for a place where the veil between worlds is thinnest that it could enter,
Yeah.
I think you created a doorway.
That's here. Yeah.
I am
for
having
sure.
like two thoughts about this though.
Uh-huh.
One of them is now Jacob could also title this "We Made a Haunted Object."
We made a demon.
3 a.m.
Clickbait.
The other one is that I just keep remembering that this creature has a brick ass.
Yeah.
So
Brick ass.
This
It's
creature
a
is
brick.
real and has
Ass.
a brick in its ass. By the end of this, I kept asking my friends if it was scary because, you know, when you like make a sausage, you know what's in it. So it
Yeah.
doesn't really like move you to see the final product. I'm just like, that's just my guy.
I'm moved.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
It's effective.
This is moving.
I want to move away from here.
Bad news. He's here.
Yeah, I know this thing's on the balcony. I'm
That's-
scared.
Awesome. That's so good.
Well, yeah, amazing job.
Good lord.
Yeah. I have no words.
Yeah. I'm stunned.
This is why I wasn't answering messages all week, man. I'm sorry.
You were in a fugue state.
No,
Yeah,
you were doing
something
something
happened.
important. Important work was being done.
Karina, what you do?
So I did the creature from the Black Lagoon, and I struggled with this one, and then I put it off till the last minute and phoned it in.
Nice.
And then I didn't do the prompt. I kind of just drew the creature of the Black Lagoon.
You can't improve on perfection.
It's exactly what I was thinking. Well, I love La Criatura, but like, I just think he's already perfect as he is. And like, I can't sexify him because they already did that in Shape of Water.
Oh, true.
So then I started thinking about the themes of the creature trilogy. It's less of a redesign and more of just like a modernization / recontextualizing this fella, I suppose.
That's a redesign.
Yeah, that works.
Sure. And then I did it this morning. It's a kind of a Beauty and the Beast story. Like, he's just a little guy. He's just a critter. And he just, like, ignore that I'm drawing a room. He just, like, wants love. And it's kind of a story about being lonely in my, like, sleep-addled brain. Because I did that thing again where I had a headache the second I was going to work on this. So that's also why I did it this morning. The synapses were connecting of, like, oh, you know, that's kind of such a still relatable problem, especially in the past 2 years, especially for people who live in these kind of like big urban areas like us, where you're just kind of isolated in your little apartment. So I was just like, oh, you know, when the Panini first started, a lot of people got really into collecting plants and stuff, and I think that had a lot to do with kind of yearning for nature and stuff, which is kind of what the creature at the Black Lagoon, the Gill Man, do. So I was like, oh, this is my modern take where he is kind of in a society, but he's like also it's just kind of stuck like the rest of us, I suppose.
You know, I've been saying for years that we kind of live in a society.
Yeah, reject society, return to La Criatura, and
Return
so
to tub.
I just kind of wanted to draw him sitting sadly in a tub because that was just the image that was stuck in my head. So I just freehanded the whole thing because I kind of wanted to get that sort of dissociative feeling of being alone.
Yeah.
This is such a cool composition.
You really
Thank
went
you.
for it in the comp.
I also did everything in like a really posterized kind of graphic style because I did this. This is the fastest I've done a speed draw because I did it this morning and I needed to render it before we recorded. So I did everything like with just a hard brush really quickly and really loosely with these big black shadows because it would save me a lot of time in the color.
Feels very graphic novel panel.
Yeah, I think that's what I was going for. I don't know. I kind of turned my brain off for this one. I was just thinking about La Criatura. I just think he's neat.
I think we all are now.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
you've got us thinking.
He's got a sad story. And I was just like, ain't that just relatable, though? And
So cool looking.
I wanted to give it kind of like really poppy colors. Well, the cooler colors in the blue and green range are like the natural stuff. And then the whites are in the bathtub because I just thought that I wanted that to be the focus. And then I wanted to do that water effect. And that's it. That's all I wanted to accomplish with this.
Nice.
And then all the pinks are like more confining. Yeah.
Damn, you thought about it.
I just wanted him to be sad. It's because I didn't think about anything else. I had no idea what to do with this piece because I think all of the monsters that are famous, like they're famous because like they're good.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't know how to do anything else. So I just did my best.
I mean, it ended up being such a cool piece that's like not like your usual stuff. So it's really fun to see.
It was fun to like do something different. So then I just kind of like filter it a little, put a little gradient map to kind of do the colors a bit more. And then what did I do? I was just kind of filtering it at this point, and I did like some chromatic aberration because I wanted it again to have that dissociative feeling of loneliness. So like the further out parts are more fuzzy, whereas in the center it's still focused.
Yeah.
And that's my sad La Criatura.
Wow.
Damn.
The most relatable monster of all.
He's just a little guy and I like him just the way he is.
He's all of us.
Well, great. It's time to move on to our final one, Karina's big day of drawing.
Fuck me. Jesus. Okay, so there's layers to this one. The first layer being that my OTP is Manjome and Judai, aka Jaden and Chaz from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I have shipped them because I do love to do the shipping thing, but they're like since I was 13 or 14, like since I watched the show as a kid, and they are the only pairing I've ever actually written fanfic of. Ooh. So this is sort of a extension of said fanfic. If you want to find it, it's not hard. Go look. It's 33K words because that's what we're working with here.
Wow.
And the TLDR, this is them older in their like late 20s, traveling the world. Much like any Yu-Gi-Oh fan who has a lot of like really specific headcanons about their ships, I have incredibly specific headcanons about these two. The main one being that Judai ends the series with a lot of trauma, so he kind of deals with that by just literally running away from his problems by doing a lot of traveling.
Storyboarded a whole
And Manjome, like,
Karina
is interested enough in him that he eventually kind of agrees to go along with some of his trips, even though he's kind of like more settled and has a career and is a homebody. So I just wanted to draw them like I wanted to focus less on the drawings being technically good and focus more on kind of treating it like a comic with paneling and
backgrounds. So
I see why it took you so many hours.
Yeah, this one got away from me.
I'm already so endeared to these drawings.
But I just wanted to do, I want them to be happy. So I want them to do, like, I wanted to draw a lot of scenes of them traveling in different places. And I just think their dynamic is cute because Judah is kind of like your shonen protagonist, but he ends up with a lot of like mental illness because a lot of traumatic things happen to him and it actually affects him. And then Manjome is like the rival, and he's kind of like the funniest of the Yu-Gi-Oh rivals one of them in my opinion, but like he's kind of a snooty rich boy with no life skills. But I like to think as they grow up, Manjome becomes a bit more functioning and Judai less so.
So they meet in the middle.
Yeah.
There's so many cute poses.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm so obsessed with your pose work.
Thank you. It's been a while since I've done any like comic work, so I really kind of wanted to do that sort of thing. So
I feel like we said that the next speed draw is going to be OTP, and that was the scene where Karina took off her weighted bracers like Rock Lee.
Yeah,
and she was just like, finally, I'm allowed.
Sorry, I care about them. And I was moving around a lot because I kind of wasn't happy with how it was going, like as I was doing the line art. And I had to kind of like throw down some flats as I went to convince myself to not just stop and redo the entire line art. But yeah. Cuz I had to keep telling myself it would come together in the colors.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Yeah. I had to convince Jacob of that not too long ago, actually.
Yeah.
A recent speed draw. I was like, no, it's good.
Sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes everything you draw is bad in your own mind.
Yeah, I feel like lately I've been focusing a lot on like the line art, so I wanted to stop. I have this old photo book that I got from the guy who would greet people at the YMCA I went to in my hometown, and it's just like a collection of photographs from around the world, so I was like referencing that for some of these.
It's so specific.
So much architecture.
You put the damn Colosseum in that panel.
Yeah, I think they would go there.
This is so much work, dude.
It's what they deserve.
An entire landscape here. Jesus Christ, Karina.
I wanted to.
Karina's going to print this out, burn it, and then spread the ashes of it across the ocean and be like, this is for you.
They're free.
It's so important to me. I have a lot of feelings about my OTP.
No, that's fair.
I just want them to travel together and be happy.
It's just fun to see when one of us gets super into one of these speed draws and to see like how that comes out.
Yeah.
I'm mesmerized.
I'll phone the next one in.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put in some effort on one of these at some point.
I phoned the last one in. I'm allowed. I kind of was getting really tired for some reason by this last panel. So I'm not really happy with how it came out. So
you're gonna have to start over.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I fully almost deleted it and started over, and I decided not to for the sake of this speed draw because it was already so fucking long and annoying. But I would like to off camera. I'll probably fix it later.
You can.
Yeah.
But also, I think it looks great.
Thank you. I just think
there's so many drawings.
It could be better.
You could have done any one of these.
I know.
No, I had to do all of them.
I did like 12 speed draws.
It's so important to me.
I love this. This is incredible.
I just needed to get this out of my system.
Yeah.
You know how it is?
For sure.
But yeah. And it was fun to do.
It's fun to watch.
Thank you.
Yeah, I imagine if it wasn't fun to do, you wouldn't have.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done it.
So, Karina, I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes.
I've never seen a single episode. I don't know anything about it. So I was trying to look up some stuff about these characters.
Yes.
And a character just came up whose name is Zaloog. Zaloog.
The Christopher Walken
That's
guy.
Christopher Walken, yeah.
What? How come everyone knows this Christopher Walken-esque character?
Because Karina's talked about it on past episodes.
His character, for some reason in the dub, his character just does a Christopher Walken impression.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
It truly just be like that.
There's also a Bob Banter. You don't ship Bob Banter with anyone?
I ship him with Don Zaloog.
Next speed draw, Bob Banter, Don Zaloog, and
30 panels.
Yeah, more panels.
They all look so, despite them being all like different times of day and different places and different things that are happening, they all still feel very unified, which is interesting to do. I feel like people always worry about like if I use too many colors that it won't feel like the same piece. But I feel like this is proof that you can do it.
Yeah, I didn't want them to be too samey. Like in the one with the Colosseum, I changed the drink from like a more reddish brown to a more yellow so that it wasn't bleeding into the red building.
Right, yeah.
So shit like that. But I just wanted it to be sort of like, oh, look at the little snapshots.
Yeah.
It's just so cute. People are gonna like have emotions about this.
Yeah.
Good. Everyone should have emotions about them.
I have emotions about this. I don't know anything about these characters.
There's nothing to know. Just look at this.
This drawing alone makes me feel for them.
They're your standard red and blue. It's just one of them is like the weird guy from high school that everyone lost touch with, but he's like still kind of cool, I guess, but also like going through some shit. And the other one is just he's the rich boy from a bad family, and he's normal now. And I care about them so much.
Well, this is fantastic.
I think now we all care about them.
Yes.
I've got like so much to look at on this one. I'm just gonna pull up. This is a good reason if you are at the Patreon tier where you get the high res PNGs.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna want this high res PNGs. You can really like get in there, get your peepers on it.
Zoom in.
So this is Judai and Don Zaloog?
No.
Yeah. This is
Close though.
And Bob Bangers or whatever his name is.
Bob Burgers.
Bob's Bangers.
Yeah, Bob's Burgers, the tennis guy, and also Jim Crocodile Cook.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you did.
Well, I drew myself as a demon.
Yeah.
I feel like mine's is kind of weird. I don't know. I was really sad while I was drawing this, so it came out kind of weird, I guess. So yeah, I didn't go monster prom with this at all. I just wanted to be a demon. Sometimes you just want to be a big spooky demon.
Yeah.
It's how you're feeling.
The amount that like the speed at which this form came out. Like
I'll get to that.
Tiny little Karina down there.
little Karina just yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Nathan.
Oh no, it's just like it indicates there's so much. You spent so much more time doing other stuff in this drawing because it's like it's all
I didn't
condensed.
really plan it out before I started lining it. As you can see, I guess my concept here is, so I don't know if it seems like it, but I've been watching and playing a lot of Digimon lately. So I guess
I don't think I've ever heard of you playing this Digimon game.
No, but I think my concept here is similar to the Digimon Belphemon, who I like. Very cute guy.
Oh.
So
Oh.
Belphemon is two forms, a sleeping form and a rage form. And the sleeping form is like this cute little demon that's all tied up in chains and stuff, and he's really cute. And then once he wakes up, he's big and scary and muscular.
Are those your two forms?
Those
Karina?
are my two forms.
Sleeping and raging.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
That's
baby.
So cute.
I'm loving the shapes in like this big demon body. It makes it seem like it's got a lot of like latent like power.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it's got like muscle under there, and it makes me scared.
It's a powerful form.
Yeah.
Karina also drew the gains that
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
had.
These are the gains I want.
Yeah.
Demonic gains.
Yeah.
Some of the more jaggedy shapes, like the fur around the wrists and the big mane sort of thing, look like they've been cut out of paper with scissors, and I absolutely love that. It looks very cool.
Yeah.
I love the way you're drawing these like spirally horns where you draw the horizontal lines first and then like I never would have thought to do it that way, but it gives it such an organic
Thank you.
It's really cool.
I just went with a maroonish red because, as we know, that's my default color for everything because it matches every color.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
It's a good color.
but it's also
I'm
a
maroon
good
now.
a good demon color.
Yeah, it works. And then
That's so
I did,
cool.
I did that, and then I just shade it. It's a very straightforward process for me this time. Nothing new here.
That's
Looks
fine.
really cool. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
this one was.
Yeah.
We're just having fun for Halloween.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a fun thing about doing like these shows. Like some episodes you're really in the mood to like push and experiment with weird stuff, and sometimes you're just like, I just want to draw something like the way I know how to draw things good already,
Yeah.
and just like have a good time.
I just want to be big and strong,
Yeah.
but also not think too hard about my process.
I
Fair
want to be
enough.
so swole.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then I decided to make those shadows a little deeper and then I was like, wow, I did a really bad job filling these in. So I went to go through and fix everything. And then I added this blue outline just because I thought it looked cool.
It does
It
look
does
cool.
look cool.
Yeah. I
Thank
agree.
you.
It makes it like otherworldly.
Yeah.
It makes it feel very Digimon.
It does actually. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just drew myself as a monster. It's just a digital monster, you know? And then I did the
Cool.
Promare Fire thing because you can't stop me.
It looks good every time
Yeah.
you do it. I go, ooh.
And then I just wanted to shadow everything out and do some value work so that it's like I'm fading into the background, except for the little doll form.
Yeah.
That's what you see first.
That rules. This is such a fun drawing.
This is
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah, this
It me.
I love the also the color contrast between the cute little you and the big monster you. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Thank
It
you.
rules. Awesome job.
Yeah, nice work.
This one's from Metal Applesauce.
Whoa.
And they said, how about some fan art of things you were interested in as kids? And we thought, what better time to try a new sort of speed draw where we just make Karina do it.
It was me. Well, I can kind of narrow down the things I like into 3 categories.
Oh.
And then I had a lot of ideas and I decided to do them all.
Oh my
As a
God.
collage.
I'm excited to learn of the categories.
So the first piece, the theme was girls.
Girls.
Girls. I had like a list to pull from. And so I started with Miss Yoko.
Yeah.
From
that's her.
Gurren Lagann, because I like her. Yeah, in high school, Gurren Lagann like changed my life because I just thought it was really good. It also turned me into the shit poster I am today.
It changed you and ruined you.
Yes. You thought I was unbearable? Well, this is why. It's because I was on Gurren Lagann Live Journal. When I used to post a lot on DeviantArt, I think this is why I do this a lot. You know, I like put captions that are just song lyrics. It's because you had to title your submissions on DeviantArt. So the song for this one is Her by Poppy. So we'll get into that. But yeah, admittedly, I did this one last because I had like the weakest ideas for it. But so I was going kind of loose with the drawing itself. So I was doing more of a painterly one. I wanted to have a bunch of other like characters I liked, but I didn't want to just draw all of them continuously. It was too much work. But it kind of like harkened in my brain the idea of those Flash dress-up games. So I wanted to make a little doll, and then that'll be like the doll base. So then I like mask that out and did that each time. I took 4 poses before she kept falling over and then getting dirty and then ripping out the armature. But I only end up using 3 of them anyway. So yeah, so then I just did that using like the textured blender.
This is wild so far.
So
Whoa.
I wanted it to be a collage, and I wanted a lot of different. I wanted to try working with like different textures and shit. I couldn't figure out what I wanted, and I deleted it, and then I just started.
There's so many.
Oh my god, there's a stack.
Yeah,
I really love the stack of sitting ones.
I thought that looked nice.
It does.
Yeah.
So we got Card Captor Sakura and Sailor Moon and Kim Possible. Some other girls I liked. Yeah, I had a Shigo avatar on my shared family PC Windows XP profile. But yeah, and then I fucked a lot around with like the layer styles because I also didn't want to completely cover up my goddamn clay figures I worked so hard on. And then the last one is Morocco from Full Moon, who I love. So then this is Sora from Digimon, and there's this one shot in the Digimon movie that's like I've always loved my whole life. But it's this shot where she's like sitting by a window and they had like saved the day. So this like bomb falls into the water and it makes this huge wave behind her. And I always thought that was pretty and it was really well composed. So I was like, I'm going to put that in my thing.
This piece is like in the highest compliment way I can offer, unhinged.
I was
It's just
feeling
like
unhinged.
really good.
Thank
But like
you.
you're right, it just looks good.
Yeah.
I just wanted
like,
to
looks
make something
cool.
that looked good.
Like, I don't know if I'd be able to do this because it's such like a mindset you have to be in, and you just have to like, you gotta go, this will wind up somewhere. Oh my god.
Exactly. Because I didn't know what to put at the top. I didn't like the text just being there, so I just put more of those things.
It's
More
so
of the
good
dolls.
though.
They're awesome.
Thank you.
They're so cute.
But yeah, and those
And a
are the
little
lyrics from
scary.
the song that I was listening to.
It's like a master class in problem solving. It's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to put up there. Let's try this.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
and
that
it was
looks
like,
good.
look, I didn't think that hard. I just knew I wanted something up there. We'll figure it
Yeah.
out later.
We
That was great.
2 whole more pieces. This is already so art.
Yeah, it's so art. I can't tell you, Karina, how compelling the 3 sitting clay figures stacked up. For some
What a
reason,
shirt.
like something about it is so compelling to me. I love them.
They're just girls.
It's just such a specific aesthetic that like triggers my brain chemistry.
That makes me happy to hear. So the next theme is little guys.
Little guys, yes.
So for this one, I wanted to have a similar thing of like little clay figures. Also, I'm so sorry. I forgot to turn off autofocus. So it's like kind of pulsing. But yeah, so because I love cute things. I love cute little guys. So I just like made a list of little guys I liked and then like made little clay figures of them.
That's Pikachu.
That's Pikachu.
Friends for Luigi.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, so I made a Pikachu. That's Puchako because I loved Sanrio and still fucking do. One of them was supposed to be Keroppi, but then I decided not to. So this is a doggy because you know how a lot of girls have like horse girl phases.
Yeah.
I never did. I had a 101 Dalmatian phase.
Yeah.
As a child, I
Oh,
was
boy.
obsessed with 101 Dalmatians
It's a
for
good
a
movie.
while.
The live action or the animated?
Both.
Nice.
I just like Dalmatians. And then I made a Hamtaro, and this last one is Jerry from Tom and Jerry after he ate a piece of cheese.
Oh,
Yes! Wedge.
specific.
But yeah, so then I baked them and I painted them. And I only have so many colors of paint, and I didn't. So you get to watch me struggle to make brown paint, and I was like playing music that kind of got me in the mood while I was doing this, and I was listening to like rinky dink clown music while working on these. So if you want, I can render out the clip of me struggling to mix brown paint while listening to like KK Circus from Animal
please.
Crossing.
I
And we
would
can
love
put it
that.
at the end of the video.
Yes, we need that for this.
man, I was doing this really quickly because I actually did all 3 of these in like maybe about 15 hours. I also figured it doesn't matter if they're nice because I want them to have like a childish quality to them. Yeah, I was telling y'all that because I have a little balcony space and I almost knocked over like my screen door because I forgot to open it like a dog and just walked into it and it fell forward and almost fell off my balcony while I was like holding these little like tchotchkes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you hadn't told us about the little guys yet.
I wanted it to be a surprise.
Yeah,
it's because I was photographing those outside and I was just like, no. My life flashed before my eyes.
You really
and I,
almost Mr. Magoo'd yourself.
so funny.
But yeah.
Cheese Jerry.
I love Cheese Jerry.
He's so
Him
good.
and like perfectly cubular Tom are my favorite.
They're
little
really
guys.
Totally cubular.
This render on Tom is just real nice.
It's
Yeah,
really pleasant
cute.
looking.
So the song I was listening to for this like bit is The Drama by Kesha, because it has this bit at the end that's in the next life I want to come back as a house cat. And I was like, that's me. She's just like me for real, for real. So that's what that says. And then I was going to have it at the bottom and I didn't like it. And I wanted something at the left. I didn't like any of it. And I was going to have him doing a different face, but I didn't like it. So instead, I just drew more cats. So that's Cyborg Kuro-chan, who, like, I didn't actually watch Cyborg Kuro-chan as a kid. I just, like, occasionally discovered it on, like, Animax whenever I was in the Philippines. But it's the most Karina core-ass show.
Yeah.
I need to get more into it. So, and then Gatomon, of course, the icon.
Gatomon, aka Proto Moonpaw.
Yeah.
This video really, it makes so much sense. Jacob and I were out with friends and he was like on his phone and I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, sorry, I think Karina popped off again.
Aw, shucks.
I gotta handle this. I think Karina popped off. I gotta step away for a moment.
Now I understand.
But yeah, and then I just brought those little Lopmon and Terriermons back and made a little thing to kind of just compositionally fill shit out. And that's little guys.
Little guys.
I love these so much, Karina.
Category
you.
little guys.
I had a lot of fun with this. I was like in crazed person mode doing this. Because I did this one and the next one in one day, and it's like all I did the entire day. I felt like I didn't blink for 12 hours, but it was like really fun. And it I don't know, it made me feel like I was kind of like back in school or just like doing whatever.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
A little line of guys on the right, and then just Jerry sitting on Tom's head. Like, what are you gonna do?
It felt right.
I'm in an extra dimension.
Can't get me there.
You can't stop me now.
It's so art.
It's so art. And
It's
it really
so
does have
art.
that free feeling to it where it feels like you were just like trying stuff with
Yeah.
and seeing what hit.
I wanted to feel like a child, so I did. Well, the next one is so the theme is cringe.
Oh,
Okay.
perfect.
It's the stuff that's like, well. And also for this one, I like scribbled down a thumbnail in my sketchbook, and then I was like, yeah, that works. So there's already like a really like crusty drawing on there when it starts. That's all that is. So here he comes. I hate drawing real people, but you know I gotta start
Is it Castiel?
with Misha Collins.
Of course.
And his son. Destiel Confession. My current embodiment of cringe. He's and his father.
So this is cringes both past and present.
Yeah. So now we got America from Hitalia.
Of course.
And I wanted this to come off as like a powerful cringe image, so I went with a religious theming for the
perfect.
composition.
Amazing.
Yeah. Really covering all your bases
Yeah,
there.
so the godlike eyes are Haruhi Suzumiya.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
You know, since Castiel is there, he's an angel.
Yeah. So they know each other.
Yeah, they know each other. And of course I gotta include Destiel Confession.
Yeah.
Everything, all of my cringe came to a head with him.
Yeah.
So
He's the one that says to the viewer, and yes, I'm still cringe to this day.
I'm still playing
I will not
Neopets.
change.
I will not grow. But yeah, I was trying to go with a pretty symmetrical composition here to evoke kind of a more classical looking image into feeling. With cringe. I wanted to evoke religious imagery with this one. So everything's very symmetrical and I don't know. I just colored him the way I normally do, all dramatic and slutty, I guess. So yeah,
They look good.
He's my patron saint of cringe.
And look at him. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's loving it.
He got his devil may care attitude from Dean, his father, and his shame-based homosexuality from his father, Castiel. So recently Nathan said something to me.
Oh, I was quoting. I'm pretty sure it was a tweet I saw.
Nathan said this.
Okay.
Don't kill the part of you that's cringe. Kill the part of you that cringes.
I think I think you're just drawing the religion of Tumblr is what this is.
Karina
Bits
specific.
and parts. Yeah. This is for me.
This is the religion of Karina.
Yeah, I fuck around a little with like shading these guys, but then I decide I don't want to like go into the nuance of having to like shade it properly and stare at Misha Collins' cardboard cutout face. I was referencing a cardboard cutout of a promotional image, like for even longer. Like
crying.
It was, yeah, because he loves Dean, and Nathan said that.
That's a quote from Nathan.
Yeah,
who invented
Nathan
it.
came up with that.
I said you have to put this in one of your pieces
Because
this.
I said it
Yeah,
first.
Because
and then
I said it.
I just put a bunch of sparklies because I was listening to Nightcore. And that's it. That's the cringe piece.
Oh my God.
So that's
You've opened up your soul and let us gaze upon it in 3 ways.
yeah, I think so.
That's a
I had a lot of
very
fun doing it.
powerful thing to do. And it's also just like so technically impressive on so many levels.
Thank you.
And wow.
The aesthetics are just
Wow.
so good.
I love all of this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm glad we made you do this one.
It was nice. It was nice to take a break from just like illustration in that sense.
Yeah.
Everyone should give it a try if you ever feel like it.
You've got such
Just
a
make things that look cool.
a wide-ranging skill set that you use for pure chaos, and it's incredible.
Karina,
That
bring us
means
home.
It's Karina's time. Karina, tell us what you did.
Okay, so I had a bit of a reach in trying to think of things that are like in my current bubble of interest that aren't already mangas in some form or animes, and I landed in kind of a weird spot. So speaking of timely media, I did a manga cover for the K-pop band Twice.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I did a manga for Volume 1 of Twice, which is their debut, like Ooh Ah, which is a music video I really like, even though it's from like 6 years ago. So in the music video, they're like, the plot is that they're in like a zombie like movie and they're doing their like cute song during this like zombie apocalypse, and they're in this abandoned building and they're in this bus and like there's all these zombies like at the window and stuff. So I wanted to do them in the bus wearing their like different character outfits. So they're in this bus. I made up the perspective just on the fly because that wasn't the focal point of the image, so it doesn't matter.
It's still really cool, though.
Yeah, and the problem is that this is a 9-member group, so I did draw all 9 of them because they're all important. So Gio's up front since she's the leader, and then Cheong's up front because she's my bias, and then everyone else I just fit in where they felt appropriate. Then I was just really worried about getting all of their likenesses down, and former guest on the show, Kiana, actually did a little like guide to Twice members, where she
handy.
drew them all and was like, okay, like here's some like character notes so you can tell like who's who. So I've been using that as like a reference.
Thank you, Kiana Mai.
Yeah. So there's this one brush in Clip Studio. It's like one of the Mamio brushes that has like a lot of grit to it. Because initially, I also wanted to make it look kind of like an ink marker illustration. And I end up not doing that because it's like too complicated. And I do not have the patience for that. Not today. I did want it to kind of look like a pen drawing, I guess. So like really rough. And for some reason, I could not get Mina's eyes correct. But yeah, so this one goes
Each time
out.
you draw them, it looks good
Yeah,
to me.
it got there. It got there. I spend a lot of time just like I draw all of their faces first because I just like really wanted to make sure they roughly look like the real people. So I spent a lot of time agonizing over that. Because, like, once it's in color and they're wearing their little outfits, you can tell who is who. But I still wanted it to kind of, like, not be solely based on that, I guess.
I feel like they're already looking really distinct just based on their, like, expressions and
Yeah.
eye shapes and facial features and stuff.
I finally drew K-pop fan art. Yay.
Yay!
We got
This
there.
one goes out to all the onces in the crowd. Please tell me your bias down below.
I'm sure they will.
I know you will.
Wait, are fans of Twice called onces?
Yep.
They're oncelers?
No,
They're
Jacob,
oncelers.
no. Shut up, Dad. So I started like blocking in all these like black shapes, and I have this big spot on the side because I initially wanted to do the spine, and then I just like don't do it, so ignore that.
Ignore it.
But yeah, and then I just kind of made up the perspective on this bus because who cares? I don't. And then I just
Oh, I love the way you drew the zombies.
yeah, I wanted them to be really easy to draw.
They're
but
so
also
fun
really
looking.
quirky. Yeah.
Yeah.
They contrast so well with these like realistic likenesses. That's so cool.
But yeah. So and then again, I was thinking of doing it like Jacob did where it was gonna like kind of imitate the marker style, but after like especially after I put in the blacks, I really liked how just like this really graphic style looked that I just stuck with it.
Yeah, it goes super well with like the heavy black shading and stuff.
Yeah. Once I caught that black down, I was like, wait, I think I've like figured something out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just fill in the little details and stuff. Yeah. I just had a lot of fun with this one. I was really nervous about it because I don't like drawing like likenesses of real people because I'm really bad with faces. But like I said, I had a handy guide. And then I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do for the shading. So I fuck around with that for a while.
I mean, this is probably going to be the thumbnail image too, because
damn.
we can attract a whole separate audience. With,
Yeah.
I can
Hey,
see it now
K-pop stands.
with the text up top saying K-pop as manga.
Yeah. The Poirot heads are going to have to be surprised.
But
Cool.
yeah, I cut out about 40 minutes of me fucking around with the layout of this text because I just like didn't know what to do. And then I like Googled manga cover image search on Google and was like, oh right, I can put the text behind the characters.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I cover up some of the zombies that I like with the text, but that's okay because I'm much happier than the first 4 attempts at the title text. And it's number 1 because this is their debut. Yay!
I mean, we know the zombies are back there.
Yeah,
so it's fine.
we got to see them.
Yeah.
This looks so cool. I love how dynamic it is, especially with like the fisheye perspective.
Yeah, thank you. I made it up.
But it worked though. That's what's so messed up about it.
I really impressed myself, with how it worked out.
Damn.
I was really happy with that because it was just a guess. Yay! Thank you.
Karina, you're up next.
Me up next.
Let's
Okay.
see what you got.
So,
Oh.
I feel like this swings a little older. I think I was maybe 8 or 9 when I did this, but my parents found an entire comic book I made called Moonpaw.
That's dedication, an entire comic book.
Yeah, I remember I made a spine for it, even though it was only like 6 sheets of printer paper. I made activity pages for it, and I made comics for it. And the fun thing is that it's just Gatomon. It's Gatomon with Sailor Moon powers.
Oh, yes.
It's my Digimon Sailor Moon ripoff, Moonpaw.
Heck yeah. That rules.
I saw this comic and I couldn't not do it. I can read through it real quick.
Please do.
It's called Ghost Tret.
Great.
And you see Moonpaw in a place, and there's, I believe, garbage cans and some sort of other cat with a knife. And then Moonpaw goes, "Man, a ghost." And then the ghost stabs at Moonpaw, misses, and says, "Darn." And then it shoots some sort of ball at Moonpaw and says, "You'll never get away," because I knew to like contract "you will," but I still misspelled "you." And Moonpaw gets hit, and then his moon thing glows like in Sailor Moon, and he says, "Why you?" And then the ring comes off his tail, and he says, "Moon swirl disc," and shoots it and kills the ghost, who says no. And then Moonpaw looks and says yes. And then the final
Looking at us.
A little coy.
Yes.
And the final panel says, "Once again, there is peace in the world thanks to Moonpaw."
Wow.
Thank you, Moonpaw.
Thank you, Moonpaw.
Thank
Bless
you,
Moonpaw.
Moonpaw.
Okay, so I start off with my thumbnails just to figure out how this is going to be. And I whenever I don't have like a page plan thing for comics, I just do it in like webtoon format where it's just one long thing because I'm so irritating. So it's going to be a long thing.
I'm actually super excited to see this process
Yeah, me
because I've
too.
really wanted to see your comic making process before.
It's kind of a mess. I didn't spend terribly long on this, being that it's a comic. I think I spent like 7 hours on this. So then I go in and I refine the thumbnails to be more cohesive little sketches. I honestly follow these like really closely in the end product or in the final line art, so that's cool. I got it right this time. That was my little sketch layer, and then going in and doing some line art. It's just going to be a lot of line art.
Comics take a long time. I don't know if people know this. It's a lot of drawing to make a comic.
Went ahead and stuck the title in there because...
What's a tret?
I didn't fix the words at any point.
Is it treat?
I think it's supposed to be threat.
Oh.
I assumed it's supposed to be threat. Ghost tret.
Ghost tret.
Ghost Tret.
It kind of has like that mistranslation quality to it. Like it would be from Japan and not quite localized correctly.
Maybe I was onto something.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that something I wish I could get to the stage in my life where I could go back to, you know, what we used to do as kids, which is just like not thumbnail and just go straight in.
Yeah. Like in the scan that I have, you can see like in the first panel, I redrew Moonpaw at least 4 times, and I just drew it hard and erased it.
Yep.
I love when you can see the eraser marks. Like you have a line that like you have like a horizontal line. It's clear that you like hand drew a line that was just like like completely diagonal down. And then it's like, okay, now I should get a ruler.
Yeah.
And you're like on a straight
That's what I'm
edge.
saying. Kid art, it's special.
really is.
I love our different flavors of kid art. I feel I feel like I couldn't not do this one because it's just very much it suits me.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like
totally.
everyone
I didn't have a
them.
choice.
Super Karina flavored.
Yeah.
I'm still this unhinged. And I loved doing it because of that.
It's so interesting because you could show me all of your childhood works, like the three of you, and I would have known immediately who did what. Even though it was so long ago.
It makes me think about how when people are always like, how do you find your art style? It's like, buddy, it was always there. And it's there for you too.
You cannot escape it.
You cannot escape it. It will chase you you'll be looking for ways to get away from your art style and you won't be able to.
And I never did.
I love these halftone shapes.
I love Moonpaw in the first panel walking with like sort of a serious expression like, no one better attack me in this alleyway.
Why are you in an alleyway anyway, Moonpaw? But yeah, my mom really wanted me to color this. She was very delighted by it too. But I decided to stick to the black and white just because
It's so many drawings already.
yeah, it's pretty long.
I kind of prefer the black and white a lot of the time, to be honest.
I think it works. It works fine.
I love that white. We didn't talk about, I was talking over it when it was happening, but that white shine you had coming off of like the forehead moon is so good.
Thank
That
you.
whole panel is like phenomenal.
I love Moonpaw.
I also love that this is like a one shot. This is also like such a kid move. Is just like, why is Moonpaw being attacked? You don't have to know.
It doesn't matter.
They just are.
Yeah. Sometimes you're just in an alleyway.
Sometimes you're just in an alleyway.
Sometimes
this
there's a
is-
tret.
This is where I do my
Darn.
lettering.
You'll never get you see.
Darn was
Keep
my
it.
favorite panel. That was the thing that made me do this one.
Man,
So good.
man, a ghost.
I want this as like a full t-shirt print. Like an all over print on a t-shirt.
And yeah, and I tried to do a slow scroll at the end, but this came out so much faster than I thought it would, so it didn't work. But yeah, that's my
I will
comic.
have done one.
Yeah, you'll have to do
It's
it,
happening
please.
right now.
Whoa, look at it.
Look at
Oh
that.
my god, I love Moonpaw.
Yeah.
I'm so jazzed about Moonpaw
This
right
is
now.
so good.
I had so much fun working on it. It was just delightful to revisit that. Darn.
Darn.
The no and then yes is probably my favorite part.
I
Yeah.
know, that's some writing
Yeah.
genius.
What an argument. Karina, thank you for the gift of Moonpaw.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Well, I have decided to return to the old classic that I did in the last episode
Perfect.
with a new Moonpaw comic.
A new comic, new
Because,
installment of Moonpaw.
There was another full comic that my parents sent me and scanned for me, and it really made me laugh.
Are you going to do a dramatic reading?
I would love to do a dramatic
Please?
reading.
Okay. Karina's standing up to do this.
Because I can't see that
Yes.
far. So this one is called The Dragon. And it starts off with Moonpaw standing there like a fucking emoji. And in no particular location, really. And he says, huh? And off screen, I guess something goes wrong.
Rawl.
But it's not just something. It's, as Moonpaw notices and says, Ep! A dragon. And the dragon suggests a really good Bollywood film to Moonpaw and then goes, roar! And Moonpaw's having none of it, so he does a full splits and jumps while saying, yipes!
Yikes.
And then the dragon shoots like a spirally mouth beam. And I honestly don't know what's going on in that sixth panel. I don't fucking know. And then but I guess it hits Moonpaw because Moonpaw is all beat up again, and much like last time, is now mad and goes, "That's it!" And then shoots off his special attack, which is Crescent Moon Beam
Smash!
Smash!
It's a beam and a smash, and shoots
Wow.
it right at the
Oh
dragon.
my God.
And it
Whoa.
just makes a hole in the
my
dragon,
God.
who keeps talking about RRR. And then, as Moonpaw is prone to do, he assumes the yippee pose and goes, yes! And it ends with the message, no icky dragon can stand in the way of Moonpaw.
Wow. All that dragon wanted to do was talk about Bollywood films with someone.
And it was really cracking me up because it really just hits all the same story beats of the first one, but
Yeah.
worse.
You did not have a good follow-up to Ghost Tret.
Yeah. So I started off paneling, but then I immediately was like, what is this dragon? So I did a very quick, design a dragon. I also finished this when Nathan arrived today. And yeah, so I just thumbnailed the whole thing in, as you do. I just wanted to do another Moonpaw comic. They're
love
always
them.
really fun to do because they're kind of stupid.
We did get a lot of Moonpaw fan art.
Yeah.
People love
So-
Moonpaw.
Yeah,
How
I have
could
a
you
fresh
not?
Moonpaw right here.
The people will love the return.
Yeah, so here's Moonpaw proper. I still revisit Moonpaw on my Tumblr and stuff.
There's something so funny about seeing a comic that's so nothing being done with such skill and
Yeah.
like a professional comic artist applying the skills to this story.
Yeah. There was a lot of flipping and crying at this part because I could not decide how I wanted to ink this, and I was really struggling for no fucking reason. So, oops. And then I just took a break. I was gonna stream with Jonah, and then his audio was borked, so I had no relief, and I just had to go back to work.
Back to Moonpaw.
And this is where I just blank out and start doing my old ways of just flipping randomly and forgetting I'm doing a speed draw. I'm so sorry.
I love that pose.
Yeah.
It's so Toriyama coded.
Gotta keep the full split jump.
Yeah.
Cheerleader ass. Little creature.
The dragon.
This is the title. Yeah. At this point I was really fucking hating everything that I was doing. Like I said, I was doing this. It gets the drawing gets faster and worse the longer I work on it because I was doing it so last minute that I was rushing, so that's why it's starting to strobe more and more.
But it looks so good.
And I was
Yeah.
I need to get more of this down, or else I'm just gonna get discouraged and give up.
You did so many drawings.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a lot of drawings.
Excuse me, that's a dragon.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dragons. Maybe
Um,
dragons don't have them.
Yeah, I wanted to.
Oh my god, it got worse. Moonpaw, pull back a little bit.
Well, Moonpaw shoots.
Then perish.
Well, Moonpaw shot 3 beams.
Yeah.
It was one beam that became 3 beams. I don't fucking know.
It's a beam and a smash.
It's a beam and a smash. It's bad.
It's gonna obliterate.
That's so funny.
This is peak head empty.
RRR.
That'll teach him to recommend a movie.
You idiot. I will never stop hand lettering because I hate myself. And
I
you
love
should
hand
hate
lettering.
me too.
It looks so good. You're so good at it.
It's worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the charm. You can't get that charm
Yeah.
any other way.
Okay, and then I'm just fuck. 1 hour till recording. Fuck.
Ah!
How do I do this faster? How do I move more? I probably should have slowed this down. I'm so sorry as
Turbo mode.
usual.
No, it's good.
This is the real workflow being
This is
presented
process.
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People need to see the process. They need to feel the panic.
Yeah. Do you feel how panicked I was, chat?
I mean, I'm sure it's comforting to some people that to know that we also struggle with both time,
Yeah.
pushing through a piece and not feeling great about it, but still having to get a thing done and pushing through it.
The shading.
It's very relatable, all the things you've been saying.
Yeah.
We all go through it.
Yeah.
I do think this looks great.
It does work out that Jonah and I couldn't stream last night. We really wanted to, but we were both actually procrastinating on work. So I was like, fuck, damn it. Now I have to
Oh,
work.
these beams.
No icky dragon can stand in the way of Moonpaw.
That last bit it paused at before going back to the title was when Nathan showed up and I had to open the door.
I made a cameo.
This is so good. I love Moonpaw so
Yeah,
much.
it's perfect.
Huh.
I like to read it as, huh.
The dragon.
So yeah, don't recommend movies to Moonpaw or else he'll kill you.
Yeah, brutally.
Yeah.
I only read.
Which I don't even know how to do. I just look at the pictures.
I read picture books.
Yippee.
Actual great job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
I hope we
So much
never
work.
stop revisiting Moonpaw. I know there's only so many comics that exist, but
I'll always find new Moonpaw content
there's
to
always
milk.
a way.
Yeah. Maybe if I run out of comics, I'll have to like do a comic of the fanfic, Yu-Gi-Oh! Crossover fanfic
Oh, yeah.
of Moonpaw that I found. Or, well, what Moonpaw turned into.
Yeah.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
I would love that.
So
Incredible.
we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, though.
Well, amazing job, Karina.
Yeah.
Karina.
Karina.
What?
You do it today.
Karina, we're tired.
I don't want to do it today, Karina. You do
Can you do
it.
Karina, I'm not tired, but I wanna see something maybe a little hot.
Okay, that's it? That's all you need?
Yeah.
Okay, that I can do.
You do it.
We're tired and cold, and we need something hot and for you to do the work.
And for you to do it. We got 3 monsters that we picked, and we're going to make Karina draw all of them hot, and we're just going to sit here.
And we weren't making Karina do it. We had no discussion. We were just like, Karina, you
No.
sit down and you draw.
I have to do all the work, and you sit there consumed with lust.
We told Karina that we had a special surprise for her, and we
It's
brought her
work.
into the room and started recording this episode.
And the surprise wasn't fun, nor was it that special. Oh! It's so cute!
Oh my
So-
goodness.
Oh my goodness!
This guy is from Dragon Quest,
Oh,
and
what a
his
friend.
name is a pun. He's called the Wear Tiger, but
He
wear
wears a
spelled
tiger.
like wearing clothes.
Because
Yeah,
he wears
because he wears a tiger, but it looks
So-
like the tiger's also alive.
Yeah, just.
So a lot of many questions. Is it just a man inside of a living tiger?
Yeah.
And can it be sexy? I think is maybe
Anything
even
can be sexy.
the biggest question.
As long as you're unafraid.
As long as you're brave enough.
If there's anything I learned from growing up on the internet.
Also, his face is like super red.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's
'Cause
like drunk
so horny.
or if he's hot.
I think he's screaming because this tiger is consuming him.
Yeah. And he's into it.
So maybe it's sort of like a Eddie Brock Venom situation.
Oh.
I was gonna say because the face does kind of look like Carnage from where I'm sitting because he's red and screaming.
Yeah, it kind of does from far away. When you look up closer, it is, you can tell it's just a guy.
It's just a guy.
Yeah.
It's just a guy who's very
Inside of a tiger.
He's very inside of a tiger.
we all know a guy like that.
I like this sort of tired expression you've given him.
Tiger's
Yeah,
kind of
he's-
hot.
Yeah, it's relatable.
Here's the thing about characters who are hot. You look at them and you go, I could fix you.
Mm.
Or
Feels
I
too-
relate and we can be
feels
tired
too
together.
worried.
Either way, it's hot.
I don't want to fix him. I want him to keep doing exactly what he's doing, as long as he's enjoying it. And I think this is like his passion, or else why would he be doing it?
True.
He doesn't make any money. Karina, I know you're like an expert at drawing
Uh-huh.
sexy things.
Yeah.
But it still never fails to impress me just how quickly you can like get there.
I'm trying to go fast so we can eat dinner.
Well, I mean, even still.
Daddy's hungry. She has to work faster. But I appreciate it. Thank you. This is normal and this is for someone.
Yeah, it's for me.
No,
No,
I'm
it's
I'm
for
talking
me.
about what I'm about to do.
Oh, I see.
Are you putting on toes? Is that what you're doing?
Do I have to render these?
Do you want to?
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Then yeah.
Then yeah.
Then yeah, you have to.
Well, let me rephrase that. It's not that I want to, but I can for the content.
I mean,
Why don't you render them all, but like, just like half effort each one?
No, that's not sexy.
Kind of is.
Not giving a shit?
Yeah. If you bring that attitude, like, yeah, I'll render it, but
is there.
not,
We'll see.
not
We'll
giving
see.
it my whole ass.
Sometimes you gotta give it your whole ass, though.
It sounds like you want to give it your
That
whole
makes
ass.
it all the difference. Make sure it's a little... Because he walks barefoot in the forest.
He walks tiger foot.
Did I win?
I think so.
You won for me.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
Is this your man?
This is my man.
yeah.
Gotta make sure. It's clear that he's been walking around in the forest.
Yeah.
Because I know what people like. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Beautiful.
Yay.
Yes.
If this was for you, please say thank you, Karina, in the comments.
Ooh.
It's Alduin, the World Eater.
He eats worlds?
Yeah.
From Skyrim.
From Skyrim, from one of my
He's a
favorite games,
dragon.
Skyrim. He's a dragon. He's got a million spikes.
You want me to draw a million spikes?
He's
Fuck
complicated.
you. I just want to eat dinner.
You can eat dinner after you draw a million spikes.
I mean, if you maybe sexy version has fewer spikes.
No, the spikes are part of the thrill.
How do you make a dragon sexy?
That's the easiest thing in the world to do. But
You
this,
just, like,
this
give it
dragon is
pecks?
just a lot. This dragon,
He's too much
See-
dragon. Is he too much?
it's just very complicated.
What if you do like the human personification of this
No,
dragon?
see,
Yeah, that's what I
sexy
thought.
isn't just about giving something huge titties,
Okay.
although that is what I like to do. It's about catering to people and being confident.
Yeah.
I guess being confident is more important and sounds like better advice, but you have to pander a little too.
You have to know your audience.
I'm gonna make this dragon sexy if it kills me. This dragon's already like kind of sexy. It
Yeah.
has all the shapes.
Where do you kiss him, though?
Is this the sort of sexy that you kiss, though?
Or is it the kind of sexy you appreciate from a distance?
I think you kiss him right on his snoot.
But there's spikes there, too. There's spikes everywhere.
Yeah. You gotta be careful. That's
Some
the
people like
danger.
that.
The danger is
Don't be
part
such
of
a
it.
baby.
I'm just saying, maybe if there was a man inside of him, you could kiss the
You could
man.
kiss
You're
the
being
man.
so basic right now. 'Cause the right kind of person will always find a dragon design sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have anything I need to add or fix. It's all about context.
Yeah.
Do we think there are body pillows of this guy?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Alduin.
Yeah, so he's like the big boss and
Yeah.
he's fucking shit up.
Yeah.
So he needs to be domesticated. Okay. Easy, fixed, it's done. Did you find it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Easy. Because he's
There's
kind of
just-
hot.
There's quite a number of them, actually.
Yeah, because he's kind of hot. He was already hot.
I do love the, like, this is first person, you're holding the chain.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's definitely sexy.
Yeah. And he's like a little. It's,
50 Shades of Alduin.
God,
Am I right?
fucking. How do I, oh, Jesus.
You are right, Julia. Yes.
Thank you, Nathan.
Here's,
and of course.
Here's the cheat code.
You had the drool.
Okay. Yeah.
The little spittle.
This is
Nasty. Disgusting.
life hacks for making something sexual. Have you tried over rendering the spittle?
Give it a try.
Yeah,
You might find
that you're a pervert.
that you're a pervert.
It just feels so much more obscene. I'm in danger.
Karina's panicking
Karina's
and
muttering.
panicking in a way that Olive's ears went back. And she like looked over at
Sorry,
Karina.
there's just so many like things.
I think this is good. You can put the rest
Yeah.
in shadow. You can have like embers sort of in his mouth as like
Yeah.
the light
Just
source.
know that
and
his
then-
chest is up on the ground.
Yeah. Oh, we know.
That's
Oh,
clear to
we
me.
can tell.
He's on his knees. His dragon knees. Okay, did I do it? Did I do it?
Yay!
You definitely did it.
2 down.
This is hot. This
That's
is hot.
beautiful.
Hot tamale.
Meow.
Don't touch that one with your bare hands.
Ouch. I did it anyway.
You idiot.
I just want to.
Sorry.
There it is. There he is.
He's so cute.
It's from Legend of Zelda.
Of course.
If you couldn't tell, his name is Beamos. Beamos.
Because I'm trying not to like change the designs too much.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that's an added challenge.
You can't change who he is.
Yeah. Because I'm just like, I can very easily put tits on any of these guys.
Right.
Well, I think it's kind of beautiful to find the sexiness in
Everyone can be sexy
them.
if you just believe.
I agree.
Oh, we're getting an up angle for this guy.
You gotta. Okay, I got this. I feel like it says a lot about me the way that I'm going to approach this one, but whatever. I don't care. Everyone says a lot about me.
Interested to see where it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
I
artists.
guess that means I'm beloved.
Our art reflects who we are.
It's art, baby.
Yeah.
It makes you feel. It makes you experience.
It makes you feel horny.
All of it does.
That's what I was tasked with today. I'm gonna make one of you ashamed of yourself today.
It ain't gonna be me.
Yeah.
I'm living.
I killed the part of myself that feels shame a long time ago.
It died.
At least this one, you know where to kiss him.
You don't get much of a choice in that one.
No.
He's got very thin lips. They're stretched and they're thin.
Yeah.
But
they are there.
It's a toothy kiss for
Yeah,
sure.
you can kiss him right on the teeth.
Like Waluigi.
Just like Waluigi. Or on the tip of the nose.
Like Waluigi.
Like Waluigi.
You can kiss him any way that you kiss Waluigi.
Yeah, just think of all the ways you could kiss Waluigi and you pretty much have it.
Yeah, they apply to this as well. Okay, here's the thing though, because I thought he's kind of given pathetic. Like he's such a strange gourd. He's Ojama shaped, and Ojamas are just like, it's part of their charm is that they suck. So I thought that maybe he could be like crying a little bit.
Oh.
It's like, I just have a lot of feelings.
If the tear's really thick, then that just adds another layer to it. He's kind of
I like that. He has to overcome so many hurdles, literally, because his legs are too short.
Yeah.
Everything is a hurdle to him.
Yeah. But then there's also the hurdle of, he can shoot lasers out of his eyes, so everyone's scared of him.
Yeah, every time he blinks, he's
He
murdering.
can fly? He swears he can fly?
I do, because I find it kind of romantic when he shoots a laser at someone on accident.
I find it kind of
Twirls
funny,
my
but
hair.
I also find it kind of sad.
He's being pathetic, but we're looking up at him. That's like a fun juxtaposition.
Even in a
Yeah.
position of power, he's still pathetic.
Yeah.
That's what we call. Uh-huh.
Fill in the blank yourselves, audience.
What do you call it? Play along at home.
I'll give you a hint. It's 2 words.
Cool friend.
Did I
Cool
do it?
Yeah, you sure did.
Is this?
Now we can have dinner.
Yay!
You earned it, Karina.
Dinner in weeks.
Wow.
Now we're finally all horny enough to have dinner.
You get 3 dinner for your 3 drawings.
Yay!
1 drawing equal 1 dinner.
Next up, we got Karina.
Okay.
Tell us what you got going on over there.
Well, so as we established in the intro, most of my faves are some degree of problematic because I have bad taste and I will not learn. So I was trying to think of like who's someone who's like problematic-ish, but like I haven't drawn them 500 bajillion times or for this show. So I landed on my favorite racist from Grade Ace Attorney.
Oh my God.
Beric Van Zeeks.
Yeah.
Vampire boy himself.
Yes, who it is period appropriate racism. But
Yes.
look, I'm not here to defend him, but I am here to go absolutely ham on a illustration of him because I think he's such a beautifully designed character.
His aesthetic is wonderful.
Yes. And I also spent so long on this drawing as is appropriate for me and the topic of this episode combined. I'm going to refrain from doing like spoilers because I know some people haven't finished the game still. But,
hey, I'm on the last case.
But his whole thing is that he is the Reaper of the Bailey. He's like a little court Reaper. People who he doesn't acquit get killed. And that's like his curse. So I wanted to kind of lean into that like Grim Reaper aesthetic, which meant drawing skeletons. So that's why this took me so long, because I decided it'd be fun to draw some skeletons. That takes up most of the time. And as you can see, that just happened. I had a lot of trouble drawing the skull using only reference, so I ended up doing like these little studies of them and then drawing over those. So it was just a lot of that. And this pose I took from that one really bisexual picture of Anne Hathaway.
Yep, I was gonna ask.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just that picture, but with skeletons and Van Zeeks.
Yeah.
I also have a lot of trouble drawing these like up-angled heads. I am not Jacob. So I did rework the head a ton because I get really confused by like the jawline. So that I was working a lot with like doing these kind of like painting in the values and then drawing over them sort of thing. So this was a fun one to do line art on.
Drawing skeletons is so hard.
Yeah, but look. Also, I don't care if they're not accurate, okay? This is an anatomy class that I already took and drew proper skeletons for. This is, I am drawing fan art of this Ace Attorney character, so no one come at me if there's not a correct amount of ribs. I did not count. I don't care.
Some of them maybe fell out.
Yeah.
You don't know.
This is a stylized skeleton. And I decided, what better way to make my life worse than by doing a really thin line style with this one?
Yeah.
Wow.
It looks great, though.
Thank you.
Yeah, the line art looks super nice.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. So I think I was really... I think at this point I was just like on the phone with my brother and being like, dude, I'm drawing a skeleton. And I don't know why.
How did my life come to this point?
Once I finished Anatomy 2 in college, I was like, oh, cool. Never again am I drawing a spine and rib cage and hand.
Little did I know that I would simply have to draw my problematic fave. And through the wild power of word association, this is the concept I would land on.
And you refused to think of a different one.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I really didn't. No, I was just like, okay, well.
Every time you flip the canvas, it looks like he's trying to look away from the skeleton, but then
the skeleton's right there.
It follows him.
Yeah.
No, stop.
Because
come on.
Yeah, like without spoiling anything, like. It is kind of just like, is he causing the people to die or is it his curse? So it is kind of like death follows him sort of concept I'm going with here.
Van Zeeks, his design and his movements are perfect. Just when he opens his mouth.
Yeah, just anytime he talks to your character.
Yeah. You go, oh, come on, man.
But yeah, once I start doing the color on this, it does get a little stroby, so be warned. Because this did take me many hours, approximately 12 in fact. So this is a slightly longer speed draw, but it still runs pretty fast. So just be careful.
Is that a new speed draw record? For
It is.
I think
longest.
It is, yeah.
God, and for this bitch, yes, king.
Julia learned Blender faster.
Yeah, well, it's because I drew 2 skeletons, and then the rest of this I'm just like painting, which I've been trying out different coloring styles more, that I switched programs to Clip Studio because I like the brushes better. So yeah.
Yeah, the painting's looking really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. I always get frustrated when I do like painting with line art because I'm very messy with painting, but like not with my line art. So it's fun to mix the two. And by fun, I mean frustrating. But I think with this one, I managed to find the right combination of methods for me.
Yeah, I like it so far.
My intent. I wanted it to just look kind of like old timey and pretty.
Yeah, it almost looks like ink wash ish, which is very appropriate.
Are you using like a blender brush in there too? Like
I'm using like a watercolor brush, a marker brush, and a blender brush. It's a combination of the three. And then like some spray brush to do a bit of just like overall shading and vignetting.
Yeah.
So
Vignetting.
gotta love a subtle vignette, dude.
Yeah.
You must.
There it is.
You must. There it is. Then this is where I adjust all the colors, all wacky. Zoom, wah. And then, that's
Gorgeous.
basically it.
Whoa. It flashed so much and then it became beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like
also,
that SpongeBob meme of draw a circle.
Yeah. At some point, because I know people love to look at file names on these feed draws, it switches to just the regular file to 2 because I cropped out a lot of the skeletons, but I had too much pride to save it without the skeletons uncropped because I spent so long on them.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But yeah, that's my piece.
This is so rad. It's got such a vibe to it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
I really had fun with this one. And for who? For who, Barrick?
For you.
For you?
Asshole. Mr. Microaggressions over here. But
Be better, Van Zeeks.
You
yeah.
alcoholic racist. You wine ant.
Love you.
This rules. I'm so excited with how it came out.
Yeah. This is so good.
I'm glad it came out.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure for a bit there, but yeah.
Karina is next.
That's me.
Tell us about it.
You might have heard this one recently on TikTok. Welcome to another episode of, hey, I still don't know what Elden Ring Souls game aesthetics are, even though we talk about it every time we do one of these episodes.
Fair.
Because it's largely like gothic fantasy adjacent-esque type stuff, which is not a genre I'm into. So it's all very confusing to me. Anyway, that's why I didn't do an Elden Ring character. I don't know many of them. But I do know Yubaba from Spirited Away.
Oh,
she's
my
a
God.
scary
Hell yeah.
lady.
Yeah, so this is another one where I was just completely indecisive about what I wanted to do. So I put it off until this morning. And then I just kind of like said, fuck it, I'll just do something. So I just kind of started drawing with no real plan, just looking at a bunch of pictures of Yubaba. And again, I don't know like what the aesthetic is. I had my friend Joey send me a bunch of Elden Ring bosses, and they kind of range from like horrific creature to just a guy. So I went with a bird creature theming, which ended up just being the harpy from The Last Unicorn is where I drew this this design from largely, because they both have the big pillowy titties, and I was like, cool.
Love these lines.
It's just kind of her, but more bird-like.
Yeah.
It gave her a big poofy. I made her all poofy and stuff.
I want to tell you, Karina, you're on point more than you know, because in Elden Ring, there are some horrific bird abominations and some horrific bat abominations that kind of look like this.
There's some bird abominations that have blades taped to their talons.
Yeah, well, I guess because again, I'm just kind of making all this up based on very little. So I think my concept here is that she's like unassuming. Like you think she's just like an old lady with a big head, but then it turns out she's like a scary harpy lady. because she's like a witch and she can shapeshift. So like I think when the wings are down, they look like a cape, but then they like open up and look like wings. So I have it kind of going between fabric and feathers.
I feel like every time you're like, I don't know
arm.
what Elden Ring, I don't know what Dark Souls is, and then you like nail with like weird specificity a lot of the facets of the style.
I mean, like I said, I did source a lot of reference from my friends who play Elden Ring. I was largely looking at, as my friend Joey calls him, Margaret the noob fucker. So, yeah. So then I wanted to do, because I know Elden Ring has like it's all realistic looking. So I went with a more painterly style for this one, just to make sure it's not like mixing with any of the other colors outside of the skin. I do have the skin on its own layer while I'm painting it, and then I just merge everything down as I go. So that's why everything looks kind of very separated still. But yeah, so and I made one of her eyes super clouded just because that also felt like an aesthetic choice they would make in Elden Ring based on the pictures I was sent.
You're not wrong.
I love the lighting effect.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And I didn't know what to do for backgrounds, but she's just somewhere.
Yeah, everything's always in a damn haze or a fog anyways.
Yeah, this is another, hey, I don't know how to actually write Japanese. I just copied this from a screenshot, so I don't know if it looks remotely correct, but I like to think she does the thing where she captures the name and maybe that's like the weapon.
That's
all
cool.
the names she stole. I don't know.
Well, there is a weapon in Elden Ring that's like script.
Yeah,
Right?
it looks just like the script that you drew, coming off the end of a sword.
Nailing it on accident as per usual.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
The
Thank
painting
you.
is so nice looking. And
Love the
did
lighting.
you use that pencil for the lines?
The one I sent
Yeah.
you, I think so.
That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the one I sent you.
The one that's called like it looks like a real pencil or something
Maybe.
is like its name.
I can't believe it's not pencil.
Yeah.
It pencil.
Yeah, this is rad. I can't believe you did this morning. I'm so mad.
I mean, my clock is on the screen recording.
I mean, I do believe it, but I don't want to believe it.
It would take an extra click for me to get rid of that, so it's there for all the world to see.
Karina,
That's
it's your
me.
time next. Why don't you talk about yours?
I drew 2 characters.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do going into this. Spoiler, I drew Shmando too.
Wow.
And I drew them in the same spot.
Oh my god.
So,
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
excited to see.
A direct comparison.
but I also went into this very head empty, but I kind of like where I got with it. So,
All right, good. Should we get going on it?
yeah, I will say before I start, my one thing going into this is that I was not going to make it horny.
Okay.
I can't do 2 horny speed draws in a row.
Chase
And it's a
and pure.
very horny painting. So
Yes.
I was like, you know what? We're not doing this today.
Take a
It'll be-
stand.
Incredibly chaste.
That's
You'll
beautiful.
see. Okay, so I put this off forever and I didn't know what to do. So what I did was I basically disassembled the painting. So I kind of broke it down by
Ooh.
figures
Ooh.
and then also broke it down by foreground, midground, background.
Yeah.
Just to kind of figure out compositionally what I was feeling. And then what I did was simply change where the values were in the foreground, midground, background. So I decided that the 2 on the side would be the subjects, and then there would be a light source coming from what was that big dark mass in the background.
What the heck? I didn't think you'd be thinking about this.
This is so much. It's a bird. It's a duck.
So I wanted that to be like a fountain in the foreground.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because I was seeing it as like, if I want the point to be the 2 people over there, then the other like light area that I designated, that can be like a window or like a bright hallway and they're in the dark. So, and then, yeah. So there we go.
That's
I
so
did it.
smart.
Parkour.
Karina, these ducks. I don't think I've ever seen you draw a duck.
I've never drawn a duck.
They're so good.
Thank you. So yeah, so I still followed the big shapes of the original painting as much as I could.
Okay, for Karina to ignore the figures.
Karina's
but
not ignoring
Julia.
the figure. Karina's
copying the painting.
explicitly using the figure.
Everything follows the figures. The lines of the bush follow where the leg is. I just changed what's negative space and not.
And what's a duck?
And what's a duck?
Your brush is so small.
Yeah, I thought it'd be really funny to do this in 1 pixel of line art. Because I was like, I'm not going to, I don't know why. I was feeling nostalgic, I guess. So I was like, I'll just do it like MS Paint style and then I can just flat color it. Ha 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 ha.
I would never have thought to like recompose it with the lighting like that. I think that's really a really fun idea.
That was really
Thank
cool
you.
to see at the start.
Thank you.
The way you broke it down.
Thank you. So, yeah, but I mean, beyond all the compositional work, it was pretty simple and straightforward.
So detailed, though.
I mean, spoiler, once I color it, I don't even fill in all the 1 pixel gaps. I don't even care. I might go back and revisit this eventually, but I just wanted to hide the painting in a different drawing.
That's so cool. That's so creative.
But so since I was like, okay, I'll do like this kind of ornate fucking fountain and
Another duck.
yeah. Anything that
Yeah, ducks.
fuck yeah. Anyway, anything that was an arm or a wing became a duck. If I couldn't decide what it was a duck. So I was like, I didn't know what to draw. So I was like, I'll just do a fucking schmando. And I had these designs I did for them like in 2020 where they're like royalty AU. This is like fucking Taylor Swift love song era. Like they are 2 royals sneaking off. Like, and there's like a party going on inside then the window. But they're like chilling. So yeah, they're sneaking off in the garden.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did really like these designs and I've been meaning to revisit them for 2 years. So I finally did.
This is like Fire Emblem Schmando.
Ooh.
Kinda. And then I was like, how do I make a straight line? I just won't. And all the coloring's basically 1 layer. It's just very simple. And then I just adjust it later.
Love a Karina coloring process.
And I just kind of go in and like cell shade it.
Yeah.
Make it look kind of MS Paint style. That's what I was going for.
It looks like better than anything I'd make in MS Paint, tell you that much.
But it gives it like an adventure game feeling, like
Yeah.
like a 90s adventure game.
I did just get tired of working on it after a while, so I feel like where I ended with it, I could continue it and make it look better, but whatever.
I like how story it is.
Yeah.
It's so story.
It's so story. It tell a story. And I get the story.
Ooh.
Yeah.
These shapes.
It's just doing
So
what
good at shapes.
Thank you. Do a little color adjusting. There's the original painting and there's the final.
Wow.
Little-
It's the same picture.
That's so fun. What a cool idea. I really like it.
Thank you so much. I liked where I ended with it. I had 0 ideas for it until yesterday morning.
Wow.
It's a hard one.
It was, but it was very exciting. I love to challenge.
And then you thought about ducks and the rest
Yeah.
was easy.
I Googled duck. And I was like, it's all coming to me.
That's awesome. Great work. I want to
Thank
try
you.
this idea of like doing
Yeah.
a recomposition.
It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel inspired by these. I want to try to do stuff too.
You should.
Who knows if I will, but I want to.
I predict an uptick in
Just
the
do-
high-res PNG tier for these pieces.
They are very high res. I made them poster size.
Oh my God. So if you
And
join...
we can't print them because they have copyrighted characters in them.
But you can.
You can if you join at the high-res PNG
Yeah,
tier.
because I viewed them as a set of 3 posters that you put up in your dining room.
If you want Karina's light to shine upon you.
Yeah. Imagine a dining room and one wall has these 3 and the other wall has like a decently sized picture of the Last Supper.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah,
that
That's
sounds
my
like
vision.
flawless decoration. Which one of you will be the one that does it? Is what I want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please send us photos.
send us photos if you do.
Oh
But
my God.
yeah, just do what I did and be inspired like I was with Julia, and then do it in a few months. When you find the time and energy.
And walk into a screen door.
Yeah, don't do that actually. Don't. And if you do, you better catch it, or else you're going to have to do a walk of shame to your superintendent.
Oh my God. Amazing work, Karina.
Wow.
Thank you for all of your service. We salute you.
God, this is so much work.
And thank you, viewer, for watching this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know if you liked this style of episode where we have one artist do 3 pieces. I thought it was really fun.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll try some more of these. We're just trying stuff out.
We're trying stuff.
Yeah.
We're in our experimental era. Maybe not everything's going to hit perfect, but let no one say someone is honking their ass off outside. Let no one say
no
we
one
didn't
say
try.
honk.
And no one say honk.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it.
Don't comment honk. Comment something you liked as a kid.
Yeah.
And how you would interpret it as an adult.
And like and subscribe and join our Patreon and buy our merch and watch us on Twitch. We're sorry.
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 Sorry.